are y'all doing today? Hope you're doing good. You guys missed my announcement earlier. I am doing tarot reading classes now. So, very exciting stuff. The link is in the description for the video that I did. It's like a 4-minute long video. So, if you want more information regarding that, definitely check out the link in the description. It's a 3-part tarot course. First class starts tomorrow. All the details are in there, and you can submit payment through Venmo, PayPal, or Cash App if you are interested. Now, if you aren't available for the live classes, you will have access to the recordings. The classes will happen whether or not you're able to be there, but hopefully you are able to be there. I have a donation from Taka. Taka says, I know it's a bit early, but donated 15. Can readings be typed, or is it only audio? So my plan was to only do audio today. I hope that's okay, Taka. Hello, Beauty. Beauty confirmed for Cash App. Let's see here. All right, guys. So I have about 8 spots left on my list. If you would like a reading, we are doing a BOGO special today where you get 2 questions for 1. You'll get your regular reading, and then you can ask an additional question. Nayla, hello and welcome. Is it Nayla? Nyla? Thank you for being here. Yes, you can ask a question. Once the clock starts, we'll get started on free readings. Thanks, Taka, for understanding. All right, we're going to go ahead and start the clock. Go ahead and post your questions. Free yes, no to those who follow the instruction in the description. Just Chantel says, Martin Capricorn giving me more than 50% romance if I choose him. Yes or no for Just Chantel. I am getting a yes. This will grow. This relationship will grow. Sanch. Will San contact me again this week? I have a no for you, Sanch. Rashima. Will I find new love in the upcoming year? Yes. Eliza. Will Asher be my future spouse? Will Asher be my future spouse? Yes. Nyla, will my ex-Cancer reach out soon? I am getting a yes. This talks about people from the past coming back into your life, having fond memories and thoughts of you. So I'm getting a yes for that with the 6 of Cups. You're welcome, Sanch and Eliza. Alishba, am I on use mind, please? Yes or no? Am I on use mind? Judgment is a yes card for me. As far as what they're thinking about, it's wanting to talk about healing the past and moving on, moving forward. So this could be moving forward with you, but ultimately I will say that they are on your mind. I don't necessarily see a reaching out for sure, but I see that they are trying to heal your connection. Beauty, will I get the program assistant job? Magician. Okay, so there is some things that are still in your power regarding the situation, maybe some moves that you have to make regarding that. But I feel like it's a yes. The Magician talks about this being in your hands, and ultimately you can decide how this goes. So I am getting a yes, Beauty. Will S contact me in September to confess his love? It looks like a yes, actually. The Strength card talks about overcoming your fears and insecurities. Rashima, yes, you got the Four of Wands. I know you like that card. You're welcome, Neela, Alishba. Divinely Blessed Tarot. Does my ex-lover AC plan on coming back to me? Yes or no, please. King of Swords. They seem very quiet right now. They are trying to avoid emotions and look at things very objectively. You could feel that they're being a little bit distant or cold from you. But ultimately, the King of Swords is a yes. So this could just be the energy that we're in right now. But I do feel like you guys will come back together. We also have Four of Wands at the bottom of the deck too. Okay, Divinely Blessed, I got it. So about 9 minutes left on the clock. If I have not answered a question for you, feel free to ask it now. For our orders and donations list, we have Taka, and then we have Beauty. We have about 8 spots left. Taka, if you're ready, you can go ahead and post your question. If you know what your follow-up question will be, you can also add that in. Oprah, Tyro, hello, I'm doing well. How are you? We are doing free reads for about 6 more minutes. No, 5. Yeah, 6. Sorry, I couldn't see the timer from here. If you have a question, a yes or no, you can definitely ask that now. Just make sure that you're following the instruction in the description. So, Oprah, make sure that you're following the instruction in the description, hun. You have to read the description to be added to the list, okay? Same for self-love. Hello, Sachendra. Taka. Okay, so I have your questions. Let me put those aside and save them for you. Our free list is about to be over in about 3 minutes, Taka, so we'll get started on you in just a second. About 1 minute left on the clock. To get on the free list, read the description regarding free list rules, guys. Beautiful love, hello and welcome. Beautiful love says, will my hubby and I and my marriage last? Will my hubby and my marriage last? Sufria, no, we have 8 spots open. So if you wanted to donate, Reef, you can definitely do that, okay? Give me a yes or a no for beautiful love, please. Will me and my hubby's marriage last? Yes or no? Sarifa, you can do Cash App or Venmo. That's my preference because PayPal charges fees. But if that's your only option, then you can do that as well. Beautiful love, I am getting a no right now. The moon talk is like a no for me, and the world at the bottom of the deck talks about closure. I don't necessarily feel like this is a permanent thing. Like I definitely feel like this future could be altered for you. It's just the way things are going right now. Spirit is saying that there's not maybe much fight left, or possibly like there's some things that we keep hidden from each other that are going to come to the surface soon, and that can cause like maybe some issues. So beautiful love, I am getting a no right now, but I want to make it clear that that can be changed through the choices that we make. Okay, Reef, that sounds good. So we're going to work on Taka now. Reef, whenever you are able to donate, just let me know and I'll confirm that for you. Taka says, what were TG's thoughts or feelings when he saw my selfie pictures on my Insta story? No contact, my initials are SS. What were TG's thoughts or feelings when he saw my selfie pictures on my Insta story? Okay, so there's this desire to reconnect with you or reconcile with you in some way. The Six of Cups talks about that, and that's what we have here. It's if you guys, depending on your relationship, if you guys were more in communication, like at once upon a time, and maybe not so much anymore, because you said no contact. I feel like when TG thought of or saw your picture, it was more of a desire or longing to have things the way they were, allow things to be more in communication with you. That is something that they desired. Sarifa, that sounds great. Thank you. Hey, Kendra. So I feel like there is this bittersweet feeling when they saw your pictures, because there is this longing and desire to connect with you, and maybe they're kind of sad that they're either in a predicament where they can't, feel like they can't, or maybe it's just they feel like they can't approach you or the situation for whatever reason. So it does feel like very disheartening to them. It makes them feel a bit sad. I think it's something they choose not to dwell on, but when seeing your pictures, these feelings do come up. I feel like when they saw the picture, they were thinking very highly of you. I think that they thought there was beauty, radiance. Definitely, they felt attracted to you in that sense. Of course, they think that you're very beautiful, but I do feel like it brought about a sense of sadness for them at the same time. So it's almost like they didn't really want to think about it too much. There could be some like carnal things, desires as well. Like I'm kind of seeing like them maybe screenshotting and saving for later, if you know what I mean. I feel like there's a lot of screenshots of your stories and things like that that you don't realize that they hold on to, especially if it's something that they liked. I feel like there was a bit of mixed emotions that have come up for them. But I do feel like with the Two of Swords and the Five of Swords, it does feel like there was still confliction. It does feel like it wasn't this propelling motivator to get them to come forward and talk to you or communicate with you. They definitely still feel held back in some way, as if they aren't able to communicate with you in the way that they want to. But overall, I feel like they really did love the picture. They thought it was amazing. They were attracted to it. I feel like they felt maybe even sexual chemistry towards you when they saw that picture. It just kind of aroused them and excited them in a way that I guess they weren't expecting. But it also hand in hand did create some type of sadness in how they were feeling. So yeah, that's what I'm gathering. That's what they saw. Kendra, so we have Taka, who I'm finishing up. Then we have Beauty, and then we have Sarifa, I believe. So you would be the number 4 on the list. So basically 2 people ahead of you, Kendra. You're welcome. So let's go ahead and work on your second question. For the second question, does it have to be related to the first, or can I ask another? You can ask any format, any question that you want. It doesn't have to be related. When we do these specific streams, it's like it's an actual BOGO. Like your second question can be answered, whatever question that is. It can be related, but it doesn't have to be related. How does RG view me? Like his overall impression of me when we met in yoga? We're acquaintances, basically strangers, just curious. Okay. So how does RG view Taka? How does RG view Taka? What's the overall? Whoa. I really feel like this person wants to talk to you, like talk to you more. Wow, that's crazy. Like the way these cards are just flying out. Yeah, I really feel like this person wants to communicate. Like that almost felt like word vomit to me, the way the cards just kind of flew across the table. It makes me kind of feel like they have like so many things they want to say that they probably keep hidden or inside. I think this actually could be a romantic connection, at least from their perspective. The Ten of Cups talks about being in harmony and in alignment, but it also talks about like marriage as well. So at the very least, they feel like this could be a very strong friendship, but I feel like there is attraction here, but they are trying to remain as stoic and unaffected and unassuming as possible. So they likely are not letting on any of this, of what they're thinking. I think the more they're the kind of person that the more you give them, the more they'll give back. So if you are looking to pursue this, definitely like engage more than maybe you are. Let's see. they're a slow mover. I can see that. What is their impressions? What is their impressions? I feel like they kind of see you the same way too, though. Like the Emperor talks about having authority, taking charge, taking control, you know, not really like talking about your feelings or your emotions, but being very influential and able to really kind of get your point across without saying too many words. So they could be viewing you this way as well. I think that they've liked the dynamic that you guys have had, whatever conversations you've had or struck up, or even just energetically, if it's been a lot of looks and glances, they are enjoying this. What else? What else? What else? I think that they feel like you're somebody that can be trusted. They're looking at you as someone they feel naturally they could just confide in suddenly, and that you would carry that confidence and you would not, like, I guess, gossip about what they have to say. Like they feel like they can just trust that if they say something to you, you will keep it in confidence. So the fact that they've had this interaction with you and they feel like they can trust you, even if you feel like you don't really know each other, you're giving off a good impression. So there's a lot of indication of just friendship here with the Three of Pentacles. That also talks about like teamwork, working as a team, working in a group. This could specifically talk about the class itself, but I am seeing like this person, friendship is very important even in romantic relationships. So if a romantic relationship was pursued, they would want to make sure this is built on the foundation of friendship. They seem pretty social though. I am getting that they're social, they're seeing you as social. It's funny, you want to know the impressions of what they think about you, but because I feel like they're holding so much back, it's like they want to tell you who they are. They want to like talk about themselves to you so that way you can make like a good judgment call if this is something you'd want to pursue. But they want you to know that they're romantically interested if you are. What else? What else? I definitely see them hoping that you still come to the classes. Like I think they're hoping that nothing actually like stops you from showing up. I think that you're something, or I guess you're something they look forward to in addition to the class itself. They're thinking a lot about the interactions that you guys have had. I think they're also concerned if they can continue the classes. This talks about having a burden and a lot of responsibility. So it's possible that maybe you're a motivator for them to come to the class, but they really don't know, like, is this going to continue? Like, am I going to be able to keep up? And are they going to still come? Like, I think that there's always this like wonder if they're going to see you at the class. He said, I felt like there might be chemistry, but I kept a poker face. He's seeing you the same way, which is really funny. So yeah, I think honestly he's open. He's open to getting to know you, but I don't think he's really seen it past that point. But he is going to like follow your lead and he is going to match your energy. So if you communicate more, he's going to be reciprocative. I don't know what the word is, back in your direction. Beauty, whenever you're ready, you can go ahead and post your question. Doc, I'm like, I don't know what that word is. Like, how do I even say that word? I know it's like reciprocate or reciprocity. Like, what is the word? I have no idea. But you are welcome. Thank you for your donation. Will Jay, you know who, try to get back with me, his feelings of me walking away? So you want to know if he's going to get back with you, and then your second question is you want to know what his feelings are of you walking away. Do I understand that correctly? Alrighty. Alright, Spirit, if you can please let me know. Will Jay try to get back with Beauty? Show me a yes or a no. Yeah, it sounds like it is. It feels like they're two different questions, but we'll elaborate a little bit more on the first one for you, because that's a yes or a no, and there's pretty much straight, flat out answers. So we'll elaborate on that. All right, so Beauty says, will Jay try to get back with me? Please show me a yes or a no, Spirit. Will Jay try to get back with Beauty? Of course, we get the Ace of Cups, so yes. I feel like that's something that he is trying to manifest right now with the Magician at the bottom of the deck. Let's get some more details here for Beauty. You know, when it comes to Jay, he like bugs me sometimes because I'm just like, yo, if you want it, work for it. You know what I mean? Like, set the intentions, do the work, put in the work. But I feel like almost like he wants things to happen just like without having to really put in much effort. He kind of just wants to stay still and hope that maybe you work your way back to him. He just wants to lay back, have his cake, eat it too. And that is kind of frustrating in my opinion. His perspective, it seems like it just looks like he wants to try to get back with you by doing the most minimum amount of work. That's what I'm feeling here. I do see him not liking the way that things are with you. The world talks about wanting things to come to an end, so he's not happy. And this coming out just underneath the world talks about him missing you and feeling like maybe you're kicking him out of your life, or feeling like you are just disconnecting him in some way. He does feel pain regarding this. I think one of the things he misses the most with you is your sexual intimacy. That's something he's really missing a lot. I feel like it's more like a fantasy for him at this point. I think that he does understand though that he will have to put more effort and do more work if it like really to get you back. But I think that if I'm completely honest, it seems like he wants to do like the bare minimum in hopes that you'll just be okay with that right now for some reason. Like, I almost feel like he wants you to approach him, which is kind of not okay, especially because of all the history you guys have had. I see him fantasizing about getting away with you, going away with you. It's kind of like, let's sweep our problems under the rug kind of energy that he's in right now. Let's have a getaway. Let's have a romantic getaway. Let's have sex or whatever. But like, and let's pretend like the problems don't exist. So in some way, it does feel as though he will want to try to get back with you. I think that he does want to try to get back with you, but I don't trust the energy he's in right now, because it does feel like it's very minimal effort, which of course that's your decision, but I don't think you would want that. Let's dig in a little bit more. Will Jay try to get back with Beauty? Will Jay try to get back with Beauty? Will Jay try to get back with Beauty, please? So the Five of Pentacles is coming through again with the grieving card. I think that he really does miss you a lot. So there was a card that I saw in the last reading. I can't remember specifically what it was, but it was like needing to put in the work, but not necessarily ready to put in the work. And so I think that's why the trust card is coming through. It's making me feel like he knows what's wrong. Like he's not oblivious to what you're unhappy about. And he knows like what he has to do to make this better. It's just like I don't think he's ready to do that. You do feel like home to him. You feel like a safe place, a place where he can be vulnerable. But he is thinking a lot about what you do for him, not what he does for you at this time. So I feel like he's just kind of searching, hoping, waiting, wanting you to come find him. There is a travel card which talks about like actual travel, astral travel, connecting in dreams. But I also saw the Six of Cups, which makes me feel like travel, like to get away or have a getaway with you. So that's coming through again. The Wheel of Fortune was at the bottom of the deck, and we also have the Good Luck card. So maybe he feels like he's in, I don't know, maybe he feels like if he were to approach you after this time of being apart, that it would work out in his favor. I think that he is a little bit nervous, though, to see what you're thinking or what you're wanting to do. I do see him wanting to maintain a connection with you, even if it's on a friendship level. I feel like realistically, he knows that that's not possible, but I feel like he'll do anything he can to stay in your life. Justice and truth are coming out in connection as well. So let's see how he feels about you walking away. Hey Liz, what's up? Okay, let me confirm that for you in just a minute. Thank you. All right, Spirits, if you can please tell me how does Jay feel about Beauty walking away? How does Jay feel about Beauty walking away? How does Jay feel about Beauty walking away? It made him more attracted to you. Oh my god, he seriously is like a cliche, like, I want my cake and I want to eat it too, and I want what I can't have. Like something about you asserting that dominance and making it so that way you're not available to him made you more attracted to him. Attractive to him. I just feel like he's not ready to do the healing. Judgment comes out in reverse. Again, you guys have the Devil card. So he's just like really sexually infatuated by you. It doesn't feel obsessed, but it definitely feels like he wants you more than anybody else that he could like ever be in contact with. I see with the Ace of Wands a lot of sexually charged energy as well. You know, I do feel like how he feels is that he can win you back. But how he also feels about you walking away is that maybe you closed off the opportunity for you guys to be able to move forward from this. I think that he, even though it made him more attracted to you, I feel like in some way he feels like he was rejected, or maybe you didn't give him the opportunity and he feels like it was unfair. Even though you probably feel like you've given him lots of opportunities, he feels rejected by you, and he feels like the reason why you guys aren't in contact has nothing to do with him. So I feel like he's not assuming responsibility in this right now. Now he crazy. Let's see, what else am I getting? So I feel like you want from him is commitment. You want loyalty, commitment, trust. You want him to just want to be with you and no one else. You want him to be a equal partner to you, right? Like there's things that you want, and he knows that. I am seeing that with the Four of Wands. It's a hard one, this person, because when I tap into this energy, it's like they think so highly of you. But it's like, what are you willing to do about it? What are you willing to make of this? Like, why do you think so highly of this person? And if you dig in deeper, it makes me feel like maybe they feel there's an inadequacy regarding like the caliber that you're at, and then like how they feel about themselves. Like they feel like they aren't good enough in some way. You said people tell me he still loves me, and I'm like, whatever. I feel so good that he's gone. I mean, that's the other thing too, is like you don't want toxicity, you don't want negativity, you don't want to feel the way that you felt maybe when he was in your life. And I support that 100%. It's just kind of rough, like when you know how somebody still feels, but it's like they're not willing to do the work. Like that's such a slap in the face. It's like, if you really feel that way about me and you really think that way about me, why aren't you making the effort? And I do think it comes down to his own reflection of his own self, like how he feels about himself. It comes down to inadequacies, and like you're asking him to be a better person than he's willing to make himself. So regardless of his feelings for you, that's what stunts his actions. But he is feeling more attracted to you right now. He wants you more than he probably ever has, which is, I don't know. I guess it's kind of funny, but at the same time, I don't know. I don't want to interject my own feelings in this, but I was rooting for Jay for so long, and like now I don't know. But you said you're at peace, and that's what I want. I support you, and I want you to be happy, and I want you to feel at peace about the situation. So just take some joy and pride in the fact that he's kind of losing his shit right now. And just keep doing you. You said he should be happy in his little situation. I'm good. I'm being nosy. Yeah, of course. Of course. It's always good to get that insight. You're welcome, Beauty. Thank you so much for your donation. Moving on, let's confirm for Liz. Oh, I'm at 10% battery, y'all. Reef, you can go ahead and post your question whenever you're ready. Remember, you get a free follow-up question. It's a BOGO stream. So if you know what your follow-up is going to be, you can go ahead and post that too. All right, so Sarifa says, I guess I'm just curious to know what his feelings and intentions are towards me. We've been talking a bit more on the phone, messaging back and forth, but no feelings are expressed. Reef, if you can do me a favor and give me his sign or his initials, just something to kind of give me some information on who I'm tapping into, that'd be great. The second one is if there's anything that's blocking us from leveling up on this connection. Ooh, I like that question. That's insightful and deep. You said Tim, Leo Sun, Virgo. Leo Sun, Virgo rising, Cancer moon. I'm a Taurus Sun, Pisces moon, and Libra rising. Okay, let me see. Virgo and Taurus. No, you said Leo Sun. So Leo and a Taurus. Okay, so I see you're probably attracted to the way they express themselves. Being a Virgo rising, that's probably your attraction. Is to their Virgo. Interesting. I have never seen or known a Leo and Taurus couple relationship, but I feel like it could work in some ways. But y'all just gotta make sure you pay attention to your money. Pay attention to your money, because I feel like both of y'all like luxury. Yeah, I think your Pisces moon's attracted to the Virgo rising. Libra rising. Cancer moon. It's nice that you guys have both water moons as well, because the way that you express yourself is very similar, or it likely is very similar. This feels like a good match, honestly. You said your late husband was a Leo. Leos are just the best. Well, I'll say Leo men. Leo men are the best. Leo women, I don't really know. Me as a Gemini, I'm not really compatible with that. But I'm definitely love Leo men. All right, so Spirit, if you can please help us tap into Tim, please, the Leo. Please let me know what his feelings and intentions are towards Sarifa. Okay, so what are his feelings here? What are his feelings? All right, so I heard them say, I don't know what the future holds, but I'm really into this connection right now. So this is their feelings, these cards that I just drew. They're very much into the situation you guys have going at this time. I personally see that they are thinking, let's continue this, but not rush this relationship. I feel like if they feel any kind of hints of the like feeling backed into a corner or feeling rushed through this process of getting to know you, they're probably going to run. This could be like a make or break situation. The Nine of Pentacles is a very independent energy. It's a good energy to be in, especially, and even in a relationship. Like typically this can talk about wanting to be single, but even in a relationship, it's important to have your independence, your individual growth, even if you're together. And so the Nine of Pentacles also talks about reaping the rewards of your hard work or your patience or whatever. So I really feel like he's viewing this as something that could really blossom into something beautiful. But if he feels like it's like you're asking for more than he can give at any given time, I feel like he is going to feel a bit scared, a bit skittish, like a cat or something. He said he used to express his feelings a lot when we started dating 7 years ago. Now, if anything, he shows more in actions. The thing is we're 7 hours apart and his family doesn't know we're in communication. That's what I can sense. Yeah. So it seems like you guys, have you had like an on and off again relationship due to the distance? He just doesn't have long-term vision. That's what I'm seeing here with the Ten of Pentacles in reverse. It's like, oh my gosh, it's about to storm here where I am. I had no idea. Shit's picking up and looking crazy. But I feel like he's really enjoying the way that things are going right now, and he feels in alignment with you, and he definitely feels like this could continue and evolve into something where you guys can be closer together and enjoying each other more and things like that. You said we were together for 7 years local. Wow. So at what point did you get back together? Like, were you guys like together for a certain amount of time and then in close proximity to one another, and then you broke up, and then when you got back together or got back in communication, then now you're at a distance? Then got back together for almost a year. Now we're kind of in limbo after an argument. Yeah, I just really am sensing strongly that his feelings are that he has hope for this and he does want to heal. He does want the ability for you guys to find a way through this. Like, I see him wanting to fight for it, but truthfully, deep down, he does have these thoughts of wondering, like, if y'all are going to make it, what's going to happen. It's like, I don't know what the future holds. I'm just trying to enjoy the present moment with this person. Let's see what their intentions are. What is Tim's intentions? Okay, so this is good to see because he does want to fight for you. He does want to fight for you and the relationship. Whatever bad patterns you guys have been stuck in the past, if there's been anything you feel like is like on a loop, playing in a cycle type of thing, playing on a loop, he is ready to conquer that and get past that. The 7 of Wands talks about overcoming. He feels like it's in his power to fight for this. Maybe he feels like you've done a lot of fighting for you guys in the past, and now he feels like it's his turn. So honestly, Sarifa, he loves you a lot. Like, he really does view you as someone who is like, his hope is to be with you for a long time. Like, I don't necessarily see at any point in this reading him thinking like, let's cut this off, let's end this, let's, I really feel like it's you. It feels like it's always been you. But for whatever reason, you're going through a very human experience at this time, trying to work through these issues that you're having, or the concerns that you have at this time. But I want you to know that they do view you as like this ultimate partner for them. I think all the time that you guys have dedicated to this relationship, it's not really something that they're ready to let go of. I feel like maybe he wants to show you more of this assertiveness, more of this authority / passion that he is feeling, and kind of just take the lead. The King of Wands is a leader, and like, I don't know, it just feels like they still have hope for this connection. Like, I honestly don't feel like this argument, like being in limbo after this argument, is necessarily detrimental to your connection with him. Yeah, so I think that he's like you, where he's unsure of where this is going, where this is heading. But I feel like he at no point in this reading do I feel like he's ready to end it by any means. What the heck? I think my mouse just died. There we go. You said that's what I'm trying to do as much. It's just there's so many outside interferences asking me about this, to confront him about this. But I feel like what you said, if I corner him, trust your gut, Reef, trust your gut. And if this was the confirmation you needed to kind of just let him do his thing, then that's what you've got to do. Because if you've got to trust what you're feeling. All right, so the second question is, if there's anything that's blocking us from leveling up in this connection, what is it? Kendra, if you're in the chat right now, hun, go ahead and post your question. If there's anything blocking Sarifa and Tim from leveling up this connection, please show me what those blocks are. If there's anything blocking, please show me what those blocks are. Okay, so I do see that the past of your relationship is kind of dictating and controlling the narrative of how you guys move forward. This is mostly on him, Sarifa. I feel like you've probably done a lot of personal growth and work yourself, so I don't necessarily feel like this is on you. There's a lot of masculine energy in this reading. Spirit's leaning towards it's your masculine. It's Tim that can also be creating this block more so than you are. But I do feel like there could be times in the conversations you have where like both of you are just very concerned about being the right one. Basically like you're like, no, you're in the wrong. No, you're in the wrong. Like you guys are very concerned about who has the upper hand, who's right about the situation. And a piece of advice given to me from my mom to you, to anybody that I talk to about this is like, you have to decide, like, if you're upset and they're upset, who's upset more? Who is this affecting more? Who is this bothering more? Because if you realize it's not really something that's bothering you as much, but you just want to be right, you really should just like give way to this other person, because it's much more important and much more constructive to give in to the person who feels more hurt by the situation or more upset by the situation than it is to be right. Because being right maybe feel good for you and to your ego, but it's not going to resolve the issues at hand. So at any point, whenever there's an issue or concern, when you're in a fight with somebody, you have to decide, does this matter more to me or more to them? And if you can say to me, then keep fighting for yourself. But if you feel like it's more important to them in that situation and you just want to be right, sometimes it's okay to just not be right. Sometimes it's okay to just acknowledge their feelings and how they're feeling. So I feel like a lot of times when you guys have concerns with each other, you're frustrated, maybe there's an issue or maybe there's an argument, and you like both, I feel like a lot of times you just like you want to be right in the situation, you know what I mean? And so like Spirit's kind of telling me like that's not what's most important. I see you guys still have a lot of passion for each other, but I think that also needs to be expressed. And of course, you take things at your own pace and do what you're going to do. But Spirit is saying that physical connection is very important, especially in relationships. And if you guys can't be physical with one another, because you're at a distance at this time, it's very important that you overly communicate how much desire you have for each other, so that way you can keep that feeling alive. So there could be a block maybe in your sacral chakra or something along those lines. What is the blocks here in this connection? Holding the deck upside down. What are the blocks in this connection between Tim and... Okay. What are the blocks? What are the blocks? Yeah, so definitely check out sacral alignment. I think that if you listen to like sacral healing, energetic healing, even on YouTube, that might help the situation. But there could just be some insecurities you guys have regarding the relationship. I don't know if you guys have ever seen the show This Is Us. But Randall and his wife, they talk about like when they're having a lot of anxieties and a lot of stress, they say, okay, worst case scenario, what could happen? And they basically like realize what the worst case scenario of a particular situation is. And they go back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. And then talking about what the worst case scenario will be makes it a lot less small, because if it stays in your mind, it feels like a lot bigger of an issue than it actually is. And so I feel like sometimes you guys can have these insecurities. What's the worst case scenario? You and I break up. You know what I mean? Like worst case scenario, we stop talking. Worst case scenario, XYZ. And I feel like it's important that you express to Tim and Tim expresses to you, what are your insecurities about the relationship? What do you really think is going to happen? Because talking about it doesn't mean it's going to happen. Talking about it just means that it stops being so scary in your mind. And I feel like you both are really thinking a lot about worst case scenarios, but you're not talking about it with one another. I think you guys have a psychic connection to one another, but I don't feel like that's being harnessed. A lot of things that are happening within your connection are worrying about what their actions are going to be, the other person's, and also worrying about your own self without really trying to tap in psychically to that connection that you have. What is this person feeling intuitively? What do I feel? For example, Sarifa, you said, I feel like other people are telling me I need to do this, but I feel in my gut that this is what I need to do. And Spirit is saying continue to tap more into that. Yeah, Liz, that's totally fine. Philomena, no, you can definitely donate. All of the spots are not taken. We have 5 spots left. And Liz, definitely go ahead and post your question now. If you have a follow-up, make sure you post that as well, okay? All right, so what other blocks are we having? There's an imbalance in masculine and feminine energy. As I said, more masculine energy is showing up here, okay? So this is masculine energy within yourself that needs to show up more. Maybe you need to be a little bit more assertive in communication when you feel it's best. But in addition to that, I feel like there's a lot of blocks in the masculine side of things. I feel like the feminine side, which is you, I feel like you really know what you want from this, really know where you want this to go, and you have all these thoughts and plans, but there is uncertainty from his side, from his perspective, that's causing an imbalance in your synergy. Sarifa, let me know if you have any questions about this, but that's kind of what I'm picking up right now is just it's not like crazy blocks, but I would definitely check out sacral blocks within your chakra, as well as your third eye. And then it's more so an understanding that the insecurity lies, or the block that prevents you guys from being able to move forward is more so on his side of things. And so you have to follow your gut on what you think is best. All right, Liz, I've got your questions. I'll timestamp you. Kendra, whenever you're ready, hun, go ahead and post your question. Sarifa, okay, perfect. I hope that this gave you a little bit of clarity and maybe confirmation, but also like not to feel like things are completely over. You know what I mean? Things are completely hopeless. Kendra, I'm sorry I missed that. Woo. I think that would be for the best, Sarifa, but you can always say, like, you know, you can always talk to me. You can always come to me. There's a lot of tiptoeing around your relationship because of these insecurities that have come through. And so it's almost like ignorance is bliss. Like you'd rather not know and be able to have hope and faith in the relationship than actually express what you're thinking, what you're feeling, and talk about the worst case scenario. I think that it just feels too scary because you don't want to lose the connection. So you pretty much just avoid having the conversation. So I think maybe right now, but I think at some point you are going to get to that point where you're ready to talk about the worst case scenario. You're ready to say, like, this is what I feel is going to happen. What do you think? And maybe you don't want to hear their answer. Maybe you are scared to know what they're going to say. But I think at some point you're going to get tired of wondering and just say, you know, just tell me, what are you thinking? So yeah, that's what I've got for you, girl. I know you don't want to get played. I completely understand that. That is very understandable. Thanks so much for the donation. I'm going to go ahead and move on to Kendra. So Kendra says, so I got a second job, which is a catering job. So I'll be doing the bar back job and catering and balancing out the two. I think I said that you might have to do that. I can't remember, but I felt like I was like, maybe it's like multiple jobs. Can you look into how these jobs will be for me financially? All right, so let's take a look here. Give me 1 second, Kendra. Sorry. Yeah, it's definitely raining, so my power should not go out, but if it does, just know I'll be back as soon as it comes back up. All right, so Spirit, if you can please show me financially what the catering job will do for Kendra. What will the catering job do for Kendra? What will the catering job do for Kendra? Let's see financially, please. What will the barback job do financially for Kendra? So first, I want to say, Kendra, it's good that you have the 2 jobs. I just want to throw that out there. Spirit's confirming that it's important that you just try to hustle as much as you can. And they would feel like you would feel a bit insecure without that second job or that second form of income. But I do feel like I see burnout happening pretty quickly. So I just want to throw that out there, that my hope for you is at some point you can just narrow it down to the 1 job. But financially, it's going to be good to have both, just to give you that stability that you need. You're welcome, Reef. So when it comes to the catering job, Kendra, it feels like it's a for now kind of job. It does not feel like, and I'm not talking about for now because at some point you want to be like acting full time and getting paid full time for acting. I feel like it's a for now job that might lead to you doing something else in adjacent to this. So like, for instance, the catering job is something you'll do alongside the bar back, but maybe you realize that the catering job is not going to give you as much as you thought. It's definitely bringing more income, but you're having to try to decipher between, is it worth it to continue with this job, or should I leave this job and find a different type of second job? I feel like the barback job is great, feel solid, feel secure there, but the other job here with the catering, it's bringing in that extra income, but it's like, is at the expense of feeling exhausted, at the expense of feeling like it's not paying off as much as you would have liked or have wanted to. So let me be very clear. The second job is giving you more security. The catering job is giving you more money. But I think at some point you're going to have to calculate the percentage of how much more it's actually contributing to you. And you may decide to leave the catering job to find a different second job. So that's what I'm getting from this. You said, yeah, I know burnout will happen, but hopefully I can just bear with it for a few months. Yeah. So I just want to let you know, it either is going to be leaving this job to find a second job that's not this, or it's going to be maybe just moving more into this as you like your only job that you have, which is my hope. My hope is that you are going to eventually leave this job and you can just make what you need to make over here. But first and foremost, I just want you to know Spirit is backing you for having both jobs. I just feel like at some point it's going to be this thing and you're going to walk away from the catering job first. That's what it feels like to me. What else am I getting here? Yeah, so Paige of Pentacles is here. It talks about an opportunity in finance. So Spirit is telling me you are going to make money here. So I want you to know that. I want you to know that the idea of you having a second job and it being with the catering place is going to be successful. I feel like it is going to make a difference in the money and the income that you accrue. I just don't think it's going to be like this forever thing. Now, when it comes to the bar back job, Spirit is here saying that this is actually the job that you were destined to have. Or maybe not destined, maybe destiny is just too significant of a word, but it's divinely guided. It was divinely intervened for you to have the bar back job, to have the job in this position. It was almost like Spirit's way of like making you feel more secure about your decision to be out in LA. So this feels guided to me. This feels good. It's going to give you that independence you need. 9 of Pentacles talks about your hard work paying off. So I feel like it's going to give you that independence you're looking for, to be able to maintain your living expenses and costs and things like that out in LA. So you said, yeah, I feel like I'll keep the bar back job for a while because of the people. Yeah, exactly. It's divinely guided. Yeah. So I will say everything you're doing, Kendra, feels good. It feels like Spirit is saying you are going to, be able to balance the two. It's just at a certain point down the line, they think you're leaving the catering job behind. So I think it's just a right now. Let's get this through, get us through right now. And I do feel like it's going to contribute to you financially more than if you just had this job by itself. I wish I could do the bar back job, but I feel like just doing that job won't be enough for me financially. And I agree. And honestly, that's what Spirit was saying coming through. Let's see. Will she be able to make ends meet with both jobs together? Will she be able to make ends meet with both jobs together? Yes or no, please. So 3 cards just came out. I'm looking for 1 card. Give me 1 second. Will she be able to make ends meet? Yes or no? Will she be able to make ends meet with both jobs combined? Yes or no? All right, so I am getting a yes. Again, 3 cards. What the freak is going on? But I am getting a yes for that. And let's see if you're going to have a little extra. With both jobs combined, will she have expendable extra income? So I heard yes just now, but I heard that it's not going, of course. So Wheel of Fortune, yes. So I heard yes, but I also heard that there's going to be some months that are better than others. So you will have an extra income to be able to do things that you want to do, go out, have drinks, go to dinner, whatever. But some months are going to be better than others, meaning like there may be some months you feel like you can't spend any extra money or like a lot of extra money. And then some months you really feel like you've got it together. So Spirit is saying it will fluctuate, but it won't just be to make ends meet. You will have like a little bit of extra after your bills and stuff are paid. Right now I'm just doing the 2 jobs to get by for a few minutes and get some money saved up. That's good. How will my first week of work go for both jobs? You said you more so want extra money for the future to save up and not to splurge. That's really smart. I just basically wanted you to know that if there was things that you wanted to do, that Spirit's saying it's not just a means of paying your bills, that you will have a little extra each month. Just the extra that you have will fluctuate. Okay, so how will the first week go for the catering job? How will the first week go for the catering job? You know the expression, just throw you into the lion's den? You know that expression where it's just kind of like the training isn't 100% like there, and you just kind of get thrown into it, right? Like that's what it feels like to me with the catering job. I feel like the training is going to be very basic, and I feel like you're going to learn a lot more on the job itself. And I think there could be certain points where you're just kind of like, what the fuck? Like, they should have taught me this, or like, I didn't even know this, or whatever. It's a lot of hands-on training, and I feel like you're kind of just going to feel like you've been thrown into it a little bit with the catering job. Not to say that you're not going to get any training at all. I just feel like that's just their training style, is to just have you just jump right on in. Comparatively, I am hearing that the barback job will be more training than the catering job. So yeah, with the Knight of Swords, it just kind of shows me like you're being thrown right into it. You said it figured that they would just throw me into the catering job. So like that's confirmation that I'm getting. But overall though, I feel like you're gonna kind of feel your place. I think that aspect of the job might feel a little bit stressful at first, but I think you're gonna catch on pretty quickly. So I wouldn't worry about it too much. That job is gonna be very physically demanding and exhausting. And I think you're going to feel like you're going to come home. I mean, you're young, but I still feel like you're going to be like, oh, holy shit, like my feet hurt, my ankles hurt. I'm pretty fucking sore. I need to sleep. So I think that that's one of the things, is just going to be like very physically labor intensive. So just know, like, it's good, it's fun, but I feel like you're going to catch on pretty quickly, even despite maybe their lack of training. I still think you're going to enjoy it, but it does feel more solitary with the catering. It feels more like it's not as social as the bartending job. It's definitely more feeling solitary or in solitude. Like, you may communicate with coworkers or with the people that you're catering to, but it just feels a lot more like less talkative, less chatty, less social. Sharmila, hello. How are you? We are just doing donations and orders right now, but you're more than welcome to donate. It's $15 to Venmo, PayPal, or Cash App, and you get 2 questions for that price. All right, so how will the first week go at the barback job? $40 an hour? Hell yeah. How will the first week at the barback job go? Man, both jobs are exhausting you. The 9 of Wands came out in both. Oh yeah, I think you're really going to enjoy this atmosphere. I think it's going to be fun. I will say, I did see in the last reading that it's a bit of drama at the barback job. Not that the drama is going to be surrounding you, but just know that there's like typical politics that happen within these types of places that you work. And so I am seeing like, stay out of the drama if you can, but just know that there's probably going to be like a lot of that. I don't know why. I don't know why I'm getting that information, but that's what's coming through. You said barback, I work with the same people, so I probably have better connections there in the catering job. Yes, that would make a lot of sense then. That's why I was getting that information. But I definitely feel like it's fun, it's exciting. The barback job just honestly feels like a good atmosphere. Like, I feel as though you're going to go to the barback job excited because it gives you an opportunity to socialize, and I feel like you'll look forward to being there. It's not necessarily going to be a job that you dread or anything like that. It just feels fun and light. I do feel like it is also demanding of your like mental capacity, in multitasking and things like that, but I don't feel like it's going to be completely stressful for you or anything like that. And I feel like the training is a bit more, what's the word? Rigorous. Like, it just feels like there's more training. But I think week 1 for both jobs are going to be fine. I think you'll feel more fun and excited to be at one place more than the other. But I still feel like your ultimate goal in the back of your mind is going to be to make money. And so, I think in that regard, you're going to like both jobs. You said, ew, drama, the drama better not involve me. Yeah, I feel like these two jobs will balance each other out. One is rigorous but pays good, and the other one is fun. Exactly. So that's what I'm getting. But again, that's just for the first week. So it's kind of hard to get all the vibes, but I definitely feel like all the training. I'm hoping that your training is staggered. Like, are you starting both jobs the same week? Because that could be like very exhausting for you. I hope not. I hope you start one week and then one the next or something, and then combine the two together. But if you try to do training for both the same week, it might be like very exhausting for you. But yeah, it feels good, Kendra, and I just want to say very proud of you for doing the things that you're doing to get you where you want to go. I hope you start them on 2 separate weeks. Yeah. You're welcome. All right, so we're going to go ahead and work on Liz. Liz's timestamp 1 hour, 24 minutes into the stream. So Liz says, what can I expect next in my love life? What can I expect next in my love life? I'm sorry, guys. I thought that I got a notification on my phone of another donation, so I was just confirming that. Philomena, if you're still here and you wanted to donate, feel free to do that. We have a couple spots left, but if no one else donates after I'm done with this reading, then I'm going to go ahead and sign off for the night. All right, Spirit, please let me know what Liz can expect next in the love life. What can Liz expect? Ooh! I want to get a timing on that card. So, Liz, I'm getting that the next person that comes into your life, ooh, this one's the romance card. The next person that comes into your life is going to be a long-term partner. Let me see if I can get a win. All right, when is this person coming into Liz's life? Please show me a win. All right, so this feels like it's going to happen before the end of the year. I feel like it's going to be in the fall time. The wands specify fall for me. Ace of Wands to 10 of Wands talks about anywhere from 1 week to... basically, Wands talks about weeks to months. I don't necessarily think it could be 10 months, but I mean, that's possible. So literally the range is anywhere from 1 week to 10 months. And that sounds like a very large gap. But for me, intuitively, it does not feel like it's going to take this long for you. And I feel like it's very possible that this person's coming in within 1 month, which would put us at October, which the fall, that would kind of resonate and make sense. Or we could look at this as 10 weeks. So anywhere from 1 to 10 weeks. So that would be maybe early November, if I'm counting correctly. So let me see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah, like the week of the 7th of November. So that's my guess, is anytime between now and November. That's what I would say. But a lot of times when people read these cards, it can be up to 10 months. But I feel like it's not going to take that long. So that's my timing for you, Liz, regarding this person. But I feel like they are somebody who's going to be a long-term partner for you, someone who you'll be with for a long time. And of course, we're asking specifically about your love life, and the man holding a heart and the door to romance and the happy family come in all at once is pretty significant to me. This talks about being in alignment. And when you're in alignment, you're able to easily attract the things that you want into your life. What can Liz expect next in the love life? What can Liz expect next regarding her love life? What's coming in for her? Fire energy, earth energy. And we also have, I don't know. I instantly heard Gemini when I saw the Two of Cups. So we'll just go with that. I feel like you can expect... Oh, Anna, hey, I'm so sorry that I just saw that. Yeah, of course, you can definitely donate. Claim a spot. Go ahead, girl. Cash App, Venmo, PayPal information's in the description. You just click the link in the pinned comment. Either way, and then you can go ahead and process your payment. This is somebody, Liz, who is fiery, they're energetic, they're excited, they feel like there's a lot of potential. They could be someone who likes to start and stop a lot of entrepreneurial projects. Like they come up with like all these new ideas all the time. That would be great. They are definitely a leader. There's Aries energy here, and that's the first sign of the zodiac. So they're definitely that. I don't want to work for anyone else. I want to work for myself. Anna, that sounds great. I'll confirm that in a second. I want to work for myself. Like, so I think that you're going to, either when you meet them, they're going to have already started this process of being their own boss, or maybe they have these ideas for that and that's what they're working to achieve in their career. I feel like there's somebody who thinks things through. Money is a big thing for them. So they could eventually be working their way to be a man of means, or possibly they already are there with the King of Pentacles card. There's someone who's going to give you back exactly what you give. I think they maybe, because I said that, they may believe in karma. So I feel like that could be like a very do-gooder type of person, but they're going to give back what you're putting into the relationship with them. So meaning that their intentions are going to be made clear. They're the type of person who's gonna, if you do one thing, they're going to do the other. This also talks about in bed. They'll be very generous, especially if you're generous with them. They're the type of person who just really wants to match what you do and match your energy and your effort, because they don't want to ever feel like what you do in the capacity that you do it is not acknowledged. I do feel like they're more of a practical, objective, analytical, logical person than they are an emotionally involved person. So like if you express, okay, how do I say this? There is some level of emotional intellect when it comes to them, but they're not going to be the type of person that's writing sonnets or writing I don't think they're going to be writing like lyrics or anything like that. They're not tapped into like that emotional side of them, but I do feel like they can reciprocate and acknowledge emotions. I feel like they are going to feel like you're the perfect match to them with the Two of Cups. immediately just saw this as something sexual with the 8 of Swords, so I'll let you fill in the blanks there. No pun intended. But I just really feel like they have a lot of chemistry towards you. They have a lot of excitement and passion to give, and that's kind of what you can expect. So let's take a look at your second question. And if anyone, Bella Red, hey, yes, we have 4 spots available. All right, so the second question for Liz, are things officially over? Are things officially over? Bella Red, I hope you heard me. I wanted to tell you that there are 4 spots open, and you would be next after Anna. Liz, I am getting a no. Things are not officially over between you and C. I feel like there is still a flame burning. And with the 4 of Pentacles, just talks about that you guys aren't expressing that there's still that desire here. So yeah, are things officially over? I do not think so. Lexi Ray, hello. Oh, you lost my channel for a minute. No worries. So we have 4 spots left for a $15 donation, and that's a BOGO. So it comes with 2 questions for $15. So Lexi Ray, if you want to claim one of those spots, you can definitely do so. So Liz, I hope that answered your question. Thank you so much for donating, and we'll get your timestamp done once the official stream is done, so that way you can come back and look for it. All right, so let's confirm for Anna. Anna said paid on PayPal. Anna, you are confirmed. You can go ahead and post your question. Lexi Ray, no worries. But definitely make sure you come back at the beginning of each stream, because I do free yes or no questions, okay? So Anna says, I want to know if my Scorpio, her name is Chrissy, is over me. Do you see her reaching out, getting back? I have a nice voice. Thank you. Thank you for saying that. That's very sweet of you to say. All right. So, Anna, let's take a look into it. So, you want to know if Scorpio is over you, and then the second question I see, do I see her reaching out and getting back with you? Is that correct? All right. Is this Scorpio over Chrissy, please? Show me a yes or a no. Anna, I do feel like she is trying to move on, but there is still that bond between you guys that is difficult for them to sever or move on from. I feel like they do think about you a lot. The Six of Swords talks about needing to move forward into stiller waters, putting the past in the past, and like really trying to claim a new fresh start. But at the same time, they are carrying you with them into this future, which makes me feel like they haven't truly let you go. The Four of Pentacles talks about holding on to something, holding on to you, Anna, not being able to be in the mindset to let you go, despite maybe not communicating this, because the Four of Pentacles is conservative. They keep to themselves. They don't really express the emotions that they're feeling deep inside. As you can see in this picture, there's a lot of chains on the door. So it's not really something that they're going to let you in on, but they are having a hard time letting you go. I feel like they are trying to go through this period of, well, the Judgment, it talks about healing. It talks about being able to move on from the past and absolve yourself from the things that are no longer serving you. If you feel personal guilt or shame or even resentment towards someone, or you feel like there's just things you haven't been able to forgive, that's what this card represents. So in some ways, I do feel like through this forgiving, through this healing, they are feeling a stronger bond towards you. But it's almost like a paradox in a way, because it's like, even though they are feeling a stronger attachment towards you through this forgiveness or through this healing of your relationship from the past, they also feel like it's necessary for them to move on. So are they fully over you? I don't think so. I wouldn't say so, but I don't necessarily see her reaching out either. However, I am going to clarify and draw some more cards regarding that, okay? All right, so do we see her reaching out? Do we see Chrissy reaching out to Anna, please? I feel like she's a bit stuck in her ways. I don't think that she would be opposed to you communicating with her, but I don't think that she's necessarily going to be the one to do that with you. The Hermit talks about keeping to yourself. And again, we saw the Four of Pentacles in the previous one. So it does feel like this is a very isolated, secluded type of energy where they aren't willing to extend any effort outside of them in anyone's direction. It just feels very, I don't know, to themselves. So like, I don't see them necessarily reaching out. I did get confirmation on that. That's what I was feeling. The Queen of Pentacles talks about being very grounded and planted. So with that being said, I don't see them really moving or taking any action to like progress further with you. I think they wouldn't be opposed to you reaching out, but I don't necessarily know what the outcome of that would be. If it's just an ego boost, if it's just a way for them to feel better about the situation, feel like they have the upper hand, or maybe they truthfully really do want to hear from you, but it's like they would rather you be the one to reach out to them in that regard. The Nine of Swords talks about feeling a lot of sleepless nights, possibly anxiety or concern over the situation, like a pit in your stomach. And it just seems like they're feeling a lot of emotions regarding you that is interrupting their day-to-day life. Will she want to get back with Anna? Will she want to get back with Anna? Yeah, this is a tough one, Anna. She's not even sure herself. The Temperance card talks about taking things slow, but it also talks about doing things in moderation and in a way kind of balancing all areas of your life. I feel like there's some feelings going around between you two of feeling either neglected, rejected, betrayed, like defeated. Maybe there's been like some stuff that's gone on between you guys and you guys are feeling kind of hurt about this. And so I feel like that's maybe the main focus that they're going through. And I feel for whatever reason right now, this chalkboard that's standing out to me has like a lot of formulations on it. And it's almost like they just really don't see a way out to where this connection could happen. Like I feel like they're trying to do the equations. They're trying to figure out any formula they possibly can to make this relationship work, and they're having a hard time seeing a light at the end of the tunnel. So in a perfect world, utopian, would they want to be back with you? Absolutely, they would want to be back with you. I feel like there still is a lot of desire to be with you here. There's chemistry, attraction. I feel like they just feel a lot. Like I'm just getting, I don't know what feelings I'm specifically getting, but it's just an overwhelming emotion, maybe even something that they've cried about. They feel like you're just someone whom they kind of always just saw there. And I think that that's what's really hurting them as well. But I think that they're kind of like, maybe they feel like y'all gave it your best shot and they don't really know like how you could make it work from here. But they're leaving the door open. I don't feel necessarily like they are in a headspace where they're completely saying, never. But I just feel like they don't necessarily have much hope right now regarding this connection. So I don't know if that helped give you some answers and some insight into what they're thinking. I hope that it did. I know it's probably not everything that you wanted to hear, but I mean, at least they're not completely like letting the idea of you go. It's just, it seems like a tough situation. Anna, yes, she's not over it. You got it. She is not over it. Anna, you're welcome. Thank you so much for saying so. I hope that I see you back here again soon. I will be back later on this week, but that calls it for the day. I've finished my list, so I'm going to go ahead and hop off of here, but it was a pleasure reading for everybody, and I will see you guys sometime this week, sometime soon. Y'all have a good night.